And for the very latest on the biggest NBA free agency stories, we welcome in CBS Sports national columnist Bill Reiter. Bill, let's start with what appears to be the fulcrum players. What's the latest on Kyrie and KD?
Yeah, you just hit on it. The expectation around the league is that Kevin Durant's probably going to end up in Phoenix or Miami. It's not a sure thing. It's not a done deal. That's just the sense that's out there. Really, Russ, because history has shown us players recently, the last several years, can force their way where they want to go. But my understanding is there's not a real sense of immediacy, either from Kevin Durant's camp or from the Brooklyn Nets. And that means that everything else, Kyrie included, just sort of waits on that move. We've seen this before in free agency when there's a big dog out there who hasn't made his decision, and that is Kevin Durant. Everyone else just has to hold their breath and wait for that to get done before the market starts to move again.
All right, so, well, shoot. Guys are just going to have to sit around and wait and see what happens with KD. Although, like you said, Phoenix or Miami seem to be the plays at this point. Deandre Ayton's a guy we were talking about a lot last week as free agency was opening. He seems to be in that boat. Nothing happening now. What's going on with the former Suns big man?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Now, there's still the opportunity, certainly, that Deandre Ayton could make a decision to just say, you know what, I don't need the sign and trade. And the sign and trade gives him a little bit extra money than if he just goes and signs, say, a 4-year deal with the Pacers. He could go do that. He could go to a place like Indiana. There's not a lot of spots left that have the kind of money, just in terms of their cap situation, Russ, where they can give Deandre Ayton what he thinks he's worth, what he's going to command. The Pacers are probably the primary one, so that could happen in theory, but the most likely outcome is that Ayton waits for a sign and trade. That requires the assistance of the Suns. The Suns don't know yet what they're going to be able to trade, if they're going to be able to trade things away, including maybe Ayton as part of a 3-team deal for Kevin Durant. So we come back to the same problem. Ayton is probably, not 100%, but probably going to have to wait on the Durant deal getting done, because he could certainly be part of a 3-team trade or maybe a 2-team trade if the Nets decide they want him and they can move on from Kyrie because they get hard cap. But whatever happens, DeAndre Ayton's probably waiting on the KD movement in order for his own situation to get resolved.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.